it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new Haunted AF palette by Notoriously Morbid. Now this palette was released on Black Friday. I'm not sure if it's available anymore. I ordered it on Black Friday, so when I ordered it, I also got one of their little pigments, which is the e.l.f. Cliffhanger Misadventure. It's a multi-chrome pigment. But this palette retails for $29. There are 9 shades that are absolutely gorgeous on the inside. So we're gonna try to make sure we tell you correctly, because the shadows are not labeled on the inside, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm trying to make sure. This is hard. Okay, so we've got Cold Shots, 3 Knocks, Phantom, Ectoplasm, Possession are the first 5 shades. And I really enjoyed Notoriously Morbid's formula the first time I tried it. Okay. That's why I decided to pick this one up. And I thought the color story was pretty unique too. And I really like their pressed formula. So the next shade is Possession, Dread, Sulfur, and Unseen. So that is what the palette looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? As you can see, there are some multi-chrome pigments in there. Aren't they beautiful? So I really like the color story that is in here. I think it is something very unique and different. So I cannot wait to play. Now there are only 3 mattes, the rest are shimmers or metallics. So we're gonna make hopefully a pretty cool look. I'm not exactly sure yet what we're going to do. And I'm wearing white, and now I have eyeshadow pigment all over my pants. Whoops. Maybe I should have done this with it. It is what it is. I should know not to wear white because I can't keep it clean anyway. So we're gonna take our e.l.f. eye tapes just like normal for today's look. I'm not exactly sure yet what I wanna do. But I think that this will help. But I have a lot of new makeup I still want to try and need to try. I still have a lot of palettes that I have gotten in that have not even gotten close to my eyeballs yet. So I'm gonna grab, this is the Refer 01, and I'm gonna go into that top gray shade and start building that in my crease. But they have an extremely soft formula. So as you can see, when you pat in there, it's extremely soft. I like their formula, but just so you know, it is extremely, extremely, extremely messy. That is a beautiful gray shade. And it's like grayish, I guess is the best way to describe it. It is more of like that gray beige that is so popular in people's, to paint their houses. So I'm just kind of building, not really building, placing that everywhere. I'm gonna take, this is a bigger brush, this is the Refer number 16, and just kind of use that to make sure everything's soft. Now as you can see, it doesn't pick up a whole lot back off the brush, so it does blend into the skin well, just so you know, because I know some people worry about that. I like that. I like that gray color. I think it's very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into that mauve tone at the bottom. And this is a Lunar Beauty LB5. I have a lot of dirty brushes, so I need to clean them. Okay, I'm not sure if that, I mean, you can see it, but I'm not sure if that does much. To me, this palette is more of like one matte and then apply a shimmer. I think is going to be the best way to apply this. I'm going to take that Refer number 16 and use it to soften out the edges. There we go. Okie dokie. So what I think I'm gonna do instead is I want to go into this shiny, shiny, shiny navy blue and see if I can work that in my outer crease. This is the Lunar Beauty number 2. So the shimmer does pick up well on the brush. And we're gonna see if we can make that work as kind of like a shimmery matte, which I have no issue using shimmers in the crease. I know some people dread it like nobody's business, but for me, it's like whatever works. Whatever to get the look that you're going for. That is blending out very nicely with a brush. Like, it's pigmented enough where it's staying in place. You see what I mean? It's a beautiful color. And I'm sorry I'm not saying the shade names, because part of the thing is, like, as I said, it's a pain in the hiney when they're on the back of the palette, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm really kind of building that up on the outer portion of the eye, because I think I want this to be a pretty smoky blue eye. I don't do a whole lot with blue. I should do more, but we're just gonna continue to build. I think it definitely, I think that this palette is a great choice for a winter palette because of the color story. Like, I love these frosty blue tones. It definitely reminds me of Jack Frost. Like the version Martin Short from the Santa Claus 3. The Mrs. Claus, I think, was that one. But yeah, I really like that. But yeah, that frosty. Okay. That did stick really well. So you can see that there is shine to it, but it blends out well enough that you're getting that really blown out pretty look. Okay, so I like that. I'm gonna take the refer number 16 one more time, and I'm just taking and bringing that over the edges. This is something I prefer to do just to make sure everything looks nice and blended. This is definitely more of like that smoky, sultry kind of look. Okay. So I'm gonna see how this does, and I'm gonna do a glitter glue. Okay, so we're gonna apply some glitter glue. I was gonna try to do it without glitter glue, but honestly, I just prefer doing looks with glitter glue. I have better luck with how they turn out. I think that this is going to be a very pretty look. And I really, as I said, I really do enjoy their formula. I'm picking up that last teal shade. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That is really freaking pretty. And I think I'm gonna apply it to the back half of my eye. Yes. I definitely recommend, if you have not tried anything from Notoriously Morbid, to look into them. They've got some pretty cool products. I really enjoy the Dapper Darklings palette, Darkings, which is part of the reason why I decided to pick this up. Okay, so I'm picking up that pinky purple shade to apply to the front half of my eye. Now it does look a little bit deeper on the eye than it does in the pan, but I think it's still gorgeous. And I think that it blends well with the teal shade, this one right here, because it's still got that same amount of sparkle. I'm really loving the sparkle in this. So much so. Look how pretty that is. Doesn't that just remind you of like the holidays? And this would be a great New Year's palette too. But it did take a long time for it to come in. But the Dapper Darking palette is very, very cool. It's got like mustards and like army greens and plums. So I really enjoy it. Okay, resaturate the end. Okie dokie. Let's pull the eye tapes. Oh yeah, I really like this. Clean up some of the excess. Now I'm gonna go off camera and do the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line and talk about my thoughts on the palette. So I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. We are excited, we're looking good. So I think what I'm gonna do is, because there's 4 shades that I haven't used, we're gonna try to use them all. So what I think I'm gonna do, because you know, especially on a 9 pan, I do try to use as many shades as possible. So I think I'm gonna go into that deeper green shimmer and dust that on under the front part of like the back side of my eye. There we go. That's a pretty color. That is a very pretty color. And I'm gonna take that blue, that almost cornflower blue, and I'm going to apply it to the front portion and really kind of blend the two together. I really like how this is looking so far though. I think it's very, very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take, this is a teeny tiny little brush by Lunar Beauty. This is the LB7. I'm gonna go into that silver shade, which is a little bit on the flakier side, and apply that right under the brow bone. There we go. I definitely feel like this is pulling to be more of like a glam holiday look. That's really pretty. Okay, so I think I'm gonna grab just a little bit more of that silver, because that blue that I wanna use as my inner corner is definitely a little bit more transparent. So I wanna have something that has a little bit more pigment to it. Apply that first. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm really loving this. And then we're gonna apply, oh yeah. See how adding that blue over the top really adds an extra layer of frostiness? I love that. Very, very pretty. Take a little bit of that blue ever so slightly and just add it right there. Okay. This looks amazing. Let's add a little bit more setting spray. And some mascara to the lower lash line. And let's talk about this palette. What do you guys think? I am in love. I think it's stunning. Like, the colors are magnificent. And I love the way the shimmers go. So, I would recommend this palette if you want to try it out, or pretty much I've tried 2 things now from the brand and both have been stellar quality. So if you're interested in trying out Notoriously Morbid, I would definitely recommend it. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But for the month of December, it is every single day. But I guess that's it. We'll see y'all later. Bye.